Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, or KISS Bhubaneswar, India, is the world's largest fully free residential educational institution. It provides free education from kindergarten to post-graduation and beyond. Accommodation, nutritious food and comprehensive healthcare, sports and vocational empowerment to over 80,000 underprivileged indigenous children, 30,000 students in Bhubaneswar, 40,000 alumni and 10,000 students in 10 satellite centers in 10 districts of Odisha. 65% of its student body is female. KISS, deemed to be university, is the first and largest exclusive tribal university in the world. KISS has been successfully implementing the Sustainable Development Goals 2030. KISS is the recipient of UNESCO International Literacy Prize 2022. It is a unique educational initiative for social transformation and change.
Now, get ready to be amazed as we discover the essence of Professor Achyut Samant's life in just 5 minutes. From the pains of the past to the passion of the present and the hope for the future, this video beautifully portrays his life through the lens of the art of giving, spreading peace and happiness wherever he goes.
One day in 1969, very early in the morning at about 5 a.m., a small boy about 4 years old could not understand why all of a sudden members in the family burst into a loud wail and looked crestfallen. Not knowing what to do and what not to do, the child looked inquiringly at the grief-stricken faces. Soon he came to realize that his father had died, though the word death was beyond his understanding. His father had died in a tragic train accident, leaving 7 siblings and the widowed wife behind. The youngest sibling was about a month old and the eldest 17 years. The deceased father was a petty worker in an industry and had left no savings for the 8-member family to survive on. All the siblings, including the small boy, had to grow up in the midst of severe poverty in a very remote village of Orissa in India. The boy did odd menial jobs here and there voluntarily and helped his widowed mother. The early childhood and fate forced the boy to fend for himself and was thus self-made right from the age of about 5 years. He gave his mother the solace by wiping her tears, and he gave his little sister the comfort of his lap to sleep on. By about 7 years of age, the boy was already sharing his hard-earned money from his work with the classmates. He kept 1 rupee out of his wage earned for the day just to give tea and snacks to his 4 friends at a tea shop near the school where they studied. He also helped the village folks and friends by giving his time and energy to fetch groceries and provisions from the nearby market every now and then. The boy grew up to be a youth in due course. One day, while he was doing his master's program in Utkal University, Bhubaneswar, he gave away the 300 rupees given to him by his eldest brother for joining the college picnic to one of his friends who had no money, and helped the friend to join the picnic while he himself stayed away from it. After completion of his master's degree in chemistry, this young man landed himself in a teaching job in a local college. Besides the job, he did private tutoring, and with the income, he supported his needy friends and his poor family members, ignoring his own comforts. This young man soon thought of and ventured to set up 2 institutions with only 5,000 rupees, equal to $100 in a rented building in 1992-93. Today, while one of these institutions has become the most promising university of the country with 40,000 students from across the globe, the other institution has become the beauty of the world, which nurtures and gives a decent life
to 80,000 poor indigenous children of the country, 30,000 from KIS Bhubaneswar, 40,000 alumni, 10,000 in 10 satellite centers in 10 districts of Orissa, providing free education from kindergarten.
Now, we request the team to please play the highlights of World Anthropology Congress, the highlights of all the days from day 1 to day 4.
I am participating in the conference.
The main motive is to interact with people across world.
Conferences are basically meant for exchange. लोगों ने आपस में research किया है, exchange करें.
I am from sociology background, and sociology and anthropology both are very much interrelated to each other.
Now here it is the meeting point of the intellectuals.
और सबसे बड़ी चीज़ है कि इस कांग्रेस में पूरे विश्व से डिफरेंट भागों से लोग आए हैं, उनसे इंटरेक्शन होगा, नॉलेज मिलेगी, जानकारी मिलेगी.
The main motive is to interact with people across world.
ये 1978 में हुई थी पिछली वर्ल्ड कॉन्फ्रेंस, तो अब ये हुई है 45 साल के बाद.
This type of world congress, I think it is no doubt it has some positive implication.
Anthropology is the study of humans from past to present, and so it really fits what I'm interested in.
they are very, very well organized, and it's a wonderful stay, the accommodation, the here in the conference, and everything is perfect.
Samantha, of course, he is a very great person. The art of giving, and that art of giving is something very unique feature. That philosophy, ideology, what he has brought from his life, and he is giving to thousands of these tribal people, and particularly.
It's a big campus and I'm feeling very nice here, and the accommodation and other facilities are really good.
1978 में हुई थी पिछली वर्ल्ड कॉन्फ्रेंस, तो अब ये हुई है 45 साल के बाद। बेसिकली एंथ्रोपोलॉजी इज अ साइंस ऑफ माइंड। तो ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए क्या चीज़ें फ़ायदेमंद हो सकती हैं जो हम एक्सचेंज करें और एक दूसरे का फ़ायदा करें।
When we say about Indian society, that means that unity in diversity and diversity in unity. Naturally, this type of World Congress, I think it is, no doubt it has some positive implication.
इंडिजिनस नॉलेज को कैसे बढ़ावा देना चाहिए, उसको कैसे प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहिए, प्रिजर्व करना चाहिए, एंड एट द सेम टाइम हमें उन पे हमारा जो कल्चर है या सिविलाइजेशन जो भी हम बोलते हैं मेन स्ट्रीम सिविलाइजेशन, उसको थोपना नहीं चाहिए, उसको समझते हुए उसका डेवलपमेंट करना चाहिए। तो अगर ये सिंपल सा बात है, अगर ये इसको पॉलिसी मेकर ध्यान से सुने या ध्यान से उसको इम्प्लीमेंट कर दे, जो कि किस कर रहा है शायद उसका तो पूरा अप्लाइड एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का एक विजन भी है, तो अगर वो कर दे तो वो तो बड़ी बढ़िया है ना। तो आई थिंक दैट इज माने अ गुड साइन इन दिस ऑफ दिस कॉन्फ्रेंस।
It's been absolutely brilliant. I would give it 5 stars out of 5 stars. The welcome I got, the hospitality, the interaction with the researchers, the fantastic research that's being produced in India in anthropology. It's been wonderful for me to listen to new areas of research I didn't know about. So all in all, so far, and it isn't over yet, I've had a great time. I've learned quite a bit about KISS and KIT and Dr. Samantha's work opening a fantastic educational institution that's for free for 30,000 children is incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
By attracting something like 1,500 people from 51 countries is a major, major accomplishment. So to that extent, we know that this was a success. And for the ways in which these sessions are taking place and the kinds and qualities of papers and discourses that are occurring, I have no doubt that it matches the world's best. And for Professor Samant to be able to draw 30,000 children at once and take them through a system from primary school, pre-primary school, right through onto university, is no ordinary feat.
So we'll be starting with the program shortly. I again request everyone to please keep their mobile phones on silent or switched off mode and to kindly settle down quickly. Thank you.
Namaskar and good morning. We are honored to have the esteemed presence of Shri Arjun Munda ji, Honorable Minister of Tribal Affairs, Government of India, and all the other dignitaries on the dais.
We kindly request all the esteemed dignitaries on the dais to inaugurate the ceremony by the auspicious lighting of the lamp. We extend a very warm welcome to all the esteemed dignitaries on and off the dais, delegates from India and abroad, senior functionaries of Kit and Kiss family, who have joined us today for the valedictory ceremony of the World Anthropology Congress 2023, hosted by Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, KISS, deemed to be university, organized by UIAF, United Indian Anthropology Forum, in collaboration with the Departments of Anthropology of Utkal University, University of Delhi, and Sambalpur University.
Now, we invite the students of KISS to present the welcome song titled "Oh, Rise Up, We Anthropologists." Originally written in English, this song has been translated and composed in Santali language and will be presented in Santali by KISS students.
Thank you, dear students. It's my great honor and privilege to invite Dr. Achyut Samant, Honorable Member of Parliament Lok Sabha and Honorable Founder Kit and Kiss to deliver the welcome address.
So, good morning everybody present here. On the occasion of this valedictory program of our World Anthropological Congress going on from the 9th August, we are very much happy and proud that we have with us the most honorable, befitting persons to grace this occasion. Our great tribal leader of India, a tribal man from the Jharkhand, Member of Parliament also, and at present the Honorable Union Cabinet Minister of Tribal Affairs, Ministry, Government of India, respected Sri Arjun Mundaji, present here as the chief guest. And similarly, we are very much happy. Many eminent personalities are present on the dais. Our respected Professor Anand Singh Ji, Professor of Anthropology, School of Social Science from the South Africa, present here. And similarly, we have with us respected Professor P.C. Joshi Ji from the Delhi University and also Chairman World Anthropology Congress 2023 also on the dais. Respected Madam Anne Roberts, Fellow of the British Academy, Department of Archaeology, Durham University, England. Similarly, we have with us Honorable Professor Amreshwar Gala, UNESCO Chair on Inclusive Museums and Sustainable Heritage Development, Anant National University, Ahmedabad, India. And also we have with us respected Professor S. Grigori, Secretary General of the United Indian Anthropology Forum, present on the dais. And last not the least, our respected Professor Deepak Kumar Behera, Vice Chancellor of the SKIS Deemed University. And we have with us many, I am informed, eminent personalities, anthropologists, educationists, and the intelligentsia, and great persons from the different fields, from different parts of the country and from different 15 to 20 other countries are also present here. And all the other distinguished personally invited guests, speakers from the different parts of the country and globe present here. My lovable Kishian, and also the respected members from the Kiss family and Kit family present here. Respected press persons both from electronic print media. So, I am very much happy in the midst of all of you that this World Anthropological Congress is going on since 9th August, and it is also tomorrow, 14th August. Today we are very much happy and honored that in spite of very busy schedule, Parliament just concluded. We have got our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Arjun Mundaji, as our Chief Guest in this great occasion. So you are aware of little bit about this Arjun Mundaji, great political leader and also the tribal leader. But it's my great pleasure and duty to welcome him, and before that to speak a few words about him. As you all know, Arjun Mundaji is a well-known tribal leader, Member of Parliament, and from the Khunti constituency in Jamshedpur, and at present the Honorable Union Cabinet Minister, Tribal Affairs of the Government of India. You will be happy to know that from a very early age, Arjun Mundaji actively engaged in social work and also politics from the age of 22. Sri Arjun Mundaji emerged as an advocate for the welfare, growth, and development of the marginalized tribal communities. His deep connection to the Jharkhand movement prompted him to participate due to his strong belief in the well-being of the region's tribal populace. His impactful leadership led to his recognition as an influential tribal leader. He advanced in his career, representing the people as an MLA from 1995 to 2014 and as a member of parliament in between. Following the establishment of the Jharkhand state, he assumed the role of tribal welfare minister and subsequently rose to become the chief minister of Jharkhand. In his capacity as a union cabinet minister, drawing on his specialized knowledge in tribal affairs, Sri Arjun Mundaji has steered the Tribal Affairs Ministry towards greater accomplishments, delivering unprecedented advantage to tribal community. His contribution as the MP for Khunti, Jharkhand have been substantial, particularly in areas such as healthcare and job creation. He consistently involves himself in development initiatives, prioritizing the prosperity and well-being of this constituency very nicely. During his tenure as the Chief Minister of Jharkhand, he played a pivotal role in executing notable welfare schemes and initiatives that later served as model for adoption in many other Indian states. On a personal note, he advocates for fitness and yoga, prompting healthy lifestyle. With a passion for sports, Arjun Mundaji founded the Jharkhand State Cricket Association and held the position of the president of the Archery Association of India. He also possessed skills in playing various tribal music instruments, including the flute, which are widely used in this region. There are many things in his credit in Arjun Mundaji, and besides that, he is a fine gentleman, very lovable and sociable and very simple. I am personally very much grateful to him always because he loves our work for tribals. We have been doing for the last 31 years relentlessly. Arjun Mundaji visited our KIS several times and also inspired the tribal children at KIS. And also you all will be happy to know that 2,000 children from his state, Jharkhand, are pursuing the tribal education are the students of KIS, and already 2,000 pass out. And this year, 10th board, our school topper is the student from the Jharkhand, one girl. So many things, and he loves my activities. He always inspires, he always discusses. And as I am also member of parliament, I used to meet him at his residence, and he always persuades me and that to have more good work for the tribals, and he has been pursuing me to have the branch of KIS in Jharkhand state when he was also the chief minister. So today I am very much happy that within a very short notice request, our honorable chief guest Arjun Mundaji has made it possible to grace the occasion. On behalf of the entire gatherings present here, on behalf of the World Anthropological Congress, on behalf of the staff, students, management of two universities, KIT University and KIS University, on my behalf also I welcome you, sir. Thank you very much for giving us some time. I welcome you, sir. Similarly, you are all aware about your persons sitting on this desk because you are interacting with them from the 9th of August or 8th of August. I am very sorry I was not present for the first 2-3 days because of parliament session and other engagements. I beg apology from all the great anthropologists present here. I am very much happy to see Dr. Amresh Galaji. So many accomplishments in his credit. So you are much aware of about this Mr. Galaji, who is the UNESCO Chair on Inclusive Museums and Sustainable Heritage Development, Anant National University, Ahmedabad, product of JNU, and also PhD from the Australian National University, Canberra, and many things in his credit. And I am very much happy to see you, sir, on this podium, and thank you very much. I welcome you also at the same time as a founder of Kit and Kiss. I am not taking much time telling so many things because people are interested to listen to Honorable Chief Guest and also all of you. Similarly, I am happy to see respected Madam Charlotte Roberts, the Fellow of the British Academy, Department of Archaeology, Durham University, England. So thank you, ma'am, coming all the way to grace this occasion. Definitely presence of both of you will inspire all the youngsters present here on this World Anthropology Congress. I welcome you. And at the same time, I extend the heartiest welcome to others because it is their functions, be it Professor Joshi ji or Professor S. Grigori ji and also Professor Anand Singh ji. So it is your functions. I extend my heartiest welcome to all of you as a founder of Kit and Kiss. Similarly, we are very much happy that this World Anthropological Congress, it is possible because of the untiring effort of many anthropologists, including our A.B. Otaji or Joshi ji, even Deepak Behra ji himself, and many others are present here. And at the same time, I am personally also grateful to 3 universities, Department of Anthropology, be it the Department of Anthropology of Delhi University, Sambalpur University, and also Utkal University. Madam Sabita Acharya, Vice Chancellor, is sitting here. Our great other persons are sitting here. So we are grateful to these 3 universities for their collaboration and giving us strength to hold such type of World Anthropological Congress in the state like Odisha. And I am so happy it is being attended by the 650 great persons from the different parts of the country and from 20 other countries including UK and US. So I extend my heartiest welcome to all those great anthropologists, academicians, educationists, and also policymakers also are here, and many other researchers and scientists are also present here. So I am welcoming all of you. And at the same time, I extend heartiest welcome to other speakers and researchers, those who are invited here and present here. Thank you very much for joining these things. And I hope it was started from the 9th. So 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. 4 days are already been passed, Dr. A.B. Otaji. And today is the 5th day, and tomorrow is the 6th day. So such a long day Congress is so nice. And in the meantime, I am very much confident all the speakers must have given the deliberation in a bigger way, better way, as per requirement of the society and also our nation's India country. So you must have delivered many things. So, and you will be delivering today and also tomorrow. So I thank all of them. And at the same time, it's a great pleasure for me to have such type of congress in the premises of both Kit and Kiss. Because you all will be happy to know that I think this is the best place to host World Anthropological Congress. Because it is not, I am not telling these things. I can quote one comment of great anthropologist of Japan in Manchester Convention, where I was also present. One Japan great anthropologist told to all the delegates, I was also present in the midst of all the delegates, Kiss is the best place to host the World Anthropological Congress because Kiss is the biggest anthropological laboratory of the world, he told. I can quote, he told, Kiss is the biggest anthropological laboratory of the world because of presence of 80,000 indigenous children in one place, 40,000 pass out and 40,000 in the campus. That anthropologist from Japan told, what more you required, you tell the delegates. He asked the delegates, what more you required? I am not telling the cause and the name of the anthropologist, why he quoted these things. So from that day, I was so happy that minimum someone from globe, Japan, is claiming KISS is the biggest anthropological laboratory of the world. And this is the best place to research on anthropology and many other things. So that's why, thanks to our all core team group of anthropology constituted for this World Congress of Anthropology 2023, sitting in this side and sitting also other sides. I express my personal gratitude to all of you to make it possible to host. I am more happy with Utkal University, Sambalpur University, Delhi University, the Department of Anthropology for supporting us when we are all disheartened how to hold this. And you all must be aware of in the meantime that both KIT and KISS, if I go on speaking about the accolades KIT and KISS have implemented for the people in the society or already have got from different government, including Government of India, it will take days together, not hours together. But you all must have seen the KISS, beauty of the entire world. As people say, policymaker, 8th astonished of the world, Kalinga Institute of Social Science, a home for 80,000 poor tribal children, fully free, fully residential, most of them are girls, and 40,000 alumni and 40,000 in the campus. It is also the university status given by Government of India, and recently it got UNESCO International Literacy Prize, 4th organization among the government and private to get this prize in the last 50 years from the UNESCO. And there are many accolades for the KISS, and KISS is going on very nicely. You all must be surprised how one university is fully free, fully residential. If someone has passion, it is possible, and we have made it possible. In the last 31 years of KISS, people have tried their level best to find a flaw, but God has never permitted them to find a flaw. In KISS, the biggest one as certified by the Guinness Book of World Record in the world, biggest tribal institute in the world, and that too fully free, fully residential. And I hope definitely all the researchers, scholars, and scientists, the anthropologists and academicians, educationists, policymakers, those who are visiting during this 9th August to 14th August, definitely they will carry with them very good experience, the beauty of KISS. You will never find this type of beauty in any part of the world. I am not telling it is the remarks and comments of thousands of people like you visiting KIT and KISS in many occasions. So today, I am very much happy that this World Anthropological Congress is finally happened, but I am more happy. ये फुलफिल नहीं होता, अर्जुन मुंडा जी यहाँ पर ग्रेस नहीं करते, तो माननीय मंत्री जी को मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। सर आप आके हम लोग को सबको प्रैक्टिकली विश्वास नहीं करेंगे, इतना खुश कर दिए। सब लोग पूछ रहे थे सच्ची में मंत्री जी आएंगे, मुझे यहाँ बोले हैं तो भेजे हैं, सब कुछ किए हैं, लेकिन लास्ट मोमेंट तक हम लोग बोल नहीं पाएंगे मंत्री जी आएंगे नहीं आएंगे, लेकिन ही हैज़ ऑलरेडी सेंट इट। मैं व्यक्तिगत रूप से सर मैं आपका आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ जो आप यहाँ पर आए, सबको खुश किए, सब कुछ किए, बिकॉज इतना होप से लोग, आपको विश्वास नहीं है, 8 महीना से 10 महीने हुए लोग कोशिश करके इसको बहुत अच्छा से किए हैं, एंड मैनी रिसर्च स्कॉलर को ये लोग बुलाए हैं यहाँ पर बहुत अच्छा से सबको, लेकिन आप नहीं आते तो ये पूर्ण नहीं होता। आप आने के बाद ये संपूर्ण हो गया, इसलिए मैं बहुत खुश हूँ, आपको आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। और again as a founder of KIT and KISS, I have another one appeal to all of you. I hope now this entire university, both KIT and KISS, in a full swing. You will be happy to know that we are the family members of 100,000, 1 lakh. 40,000 students at KIT from the pan-Indian from 65 countries, 40,000 students at KISS, 80,000, 20,000 permanent staff. So you are sitting in the midst of 100,000 family members of KIT and KISS. You are also staying in different guest house and hostels also, though now it is totally filled up. Still, if any inconvenience caused to any delegate, I should be excused from you as a founder of Kit and Kiss. In these 6 days, because we have hosted one 6 days Congress, Indian Science Congress, in this Kit campus. It was the 6 days. After that, we are hosting the longest Congress, that is the World Anthropological Congress. This is the 6 days. And when I came yesterday, I took the entire appraisal or the information from your Deepak Behra and the Registrar of Kiss University, Dr. Prashant Kumar Rautra is sitting here. So I could take the information. I am so happy that he has told not a single flaw has been pointed out by any delegate. So we are happy and we are interested to complete with the same spirit another one day, that is the 14th August. So once again, thank you very much. And I am here for 2 days. I can meet any delegate from today onwards. So thank you very much. And once again, my special thanks to our Honorable Chief Guest, Arjun Mundaji.
Thank you, sir. Now I kindly request Professor Deepak Kumar Behra, Vice Chancellor KISDU and President UIAF, to share the proceedings of the World Anthropology Congress 2023.
Good morning, dignitaries on the diet. To start with, we have our chief guest with us, Sri Arjun Mundaji, Honorable Minister of Tribal Affairs, Government of India. We have our dear and near founder of Kit and Kiss, Dr. Achyuta Samantaji, and we have on the dais many dignitaries. To begin with, Professor Charlotte Anna Roberts, Fellow of British Academy, Department of Archaeology, Durham University, England. We have also with us Professor Amreswar Gala, UNESCO Chair and Emeritus Faculty, Australian National University. Again, we have with us Professor Anand Singh, Professor of Anthropology, School of Social Sciences, University of KwaZulu-Natal, Durban, Republic of South Africa, and 3 internal members, Professor P.C. Joshi, former Vice Chancellor, University of Delhi, and also the Chairman of WACNAC. We have also with us the mastermind, I would say, because he has been working relentlessly, Professor S. Gregory from General Secretary, United Indian Anthropology Forum. I see many dignitaries, Vice Chancellor of Utkal University, Vice Chancellor of Sambalpur, Gangadhar Meher University, many overseas delegates, and our research scholar, representatives of press and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, I would like to welcome our Honorable Chief Guest. Sir, thank you very much for accepting our kind invitation. Your presence has brought vibration, and we are so delighted. Rightly said by our Honorable Founder, Kiss Kit is a living lab of 80,000 indigenous children. So, sir, I would like to apprise you a little bit about the Congress. Total number of sessions is 350, total panels 120, round table 20, symposium 20, total participants are 1,100, and papers presented, papers means 1,200. There are many online delegates, and country represented 51 countries, and we have participants from all the states, sir, all the states and union territory. We have participants from all anthropology department across the country, sir. And we have already organized 5 pre-congress in 8 universities, and we are going to organize 7 post-congress in 10 universities. So total number of university 18, centering around this KISS World Anthropology Congress, sir. That is the coverage, you should know, sir. And we are supported by many central agencies like Indian Council of Social Science Research, Anthropological Survey of India, Archaeological Survey of India, IGNCA, IGRMS, and UNICEF. Sir, our collaborators are also Indo-Sri Lanka Foundation, Global Alliance, UNESCO. And sir, some highlights in the Congress, we organize exhibition, a live demonstration by some artisans, sir, that took place, and also we had book release. It's still going on. And book exhibition, special audiovisual program, 40 ethnographic film focusing on indigenous children. Some have been screened and some are going to be screened. And there was a UNICEF session, sir. And there is a art roundtable discussion, a holistic model of tribal education. How do you do that and how we achieve that one? And another highlight is interaction between senior anthropologist of the country with young researcher. And I would like to extend heartfelt thanks to our founder, Dr. Samanta, when I said so many research scholars are interested. And he said, you make them free or you charge a little bit. And all of them have been given very good accommodation, sir. I think this is the largest gathering of research scholar, young anthropologists. So give a big round of applause for Dr. He made it possible. Otherwise, he said, you know, if they are coming from other state and they are research scholar, why should they pay? And that is, and our registration fee probably is the lowest in the world, sir. And they have been given the best accommodation. If I am wrong, please correct me. And sir, there is another there was a session by many overseas scholars. The title is Plurality and Diversity, Voices from Nation. So they performed, and we had a special plenary panel chaired by our Honorable Chancellor, Sri Satya Sundar Tripathi, and the title was Climate Change and Indigenous People. So KISS, sir, is a Institute of Innovation, and we have a concept like Professor of Practice. And now Professor of Practice are there, you know, illiterate or people with very little formal education. They come and train our indigenous children, youth on various aspects like dance, performing art, and fine art. So we have 14 Professor of Practice, sir, and they have been identified by Dr. Samant, and they were here very much. And also we are now, you know, experimenting on a new project, Atmanirbharshil Janajati Yuva Udyami, self-reliant tribal youth entrepreneurs. That is the focus of our honorable founder. So how everybody will not get a job, how we make them self-sufficient in their own environment, that we have been trying. And UIAF, sir, it is a kind of unfolding of Indian anthropology movement. We proudly say that we exist. And so we are not surrender ourselves to the colonial domination, and we feel we exist, and that is why you find more than 120 senior anthropologists, professors have assembled here, and we have representatives from all the departments. Time is precious. I'm getting excited to share many things with you. But when you visit and when you interact with our senior professor, you will know. And this is the largest academic event in the 21st century. I can say for sure, largest anthropological event. And that is possible because of Dr. Samanta. He is not an anthropologist. But you see the attitude, magnanimity. And he said, okay, I'm going to host. Because the core subject, the core element of anthropology is tribal study. And he feels this institution is the home for 40,000 tribal children and youth. So it is his broadness. I am ready to learn. We are ready to learn. So you are doing something wrong. Please help us to improve upon. So that is how we have been progressing, marching ahead. And thanks to all the members who have contributed for the success of the seminar. I don't have time to name them, but it is possible because of our collective effort, teamwork. United we stand, divided we lose. So this is because we are united, that is why. Our forum name is United Indian Anthropology Forum, and he wants to make it still bigger. Yesterday he was saying, why India? Why can't we make it global? That is the vision of Dr. Samant, a non-anthropologist, probably being contaminated by the anthropologist. And I think he is a practicing anthropologist. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I kindly request Professor Anand Singh, University of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, to deliver his address.
Honorable Minister of Tribal Affairs, Dr. Samant, very able-minded organizers of the World Anthropology Congress 2023, and colleagues and friends. Very good morning to you, and thank you very much for the privilege that you have given me this morning. All of us sitting here in this hall today and on the dais actually have some kind of root to rural areas, tribal communities, and disadvantaged backgrounds. However, our journeys to where we are today was often a very tumultuous one before we began to lead the relatively stable and uninterrupted lives that we live today. However, the children in this institution, the Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, and in KIT, are blessed to have the opportunity created by a singular force in Dr. Achyut Samant, whose conscientious leadership and is providing such wonderful opportunities that are not as tumultuous as many of our ancestors and many of us as well have actually suffered. It is, and I would make an appeal to KIS and KIT, that if you don't have a history program teaching them about girmitias and indentured labor, and how wave after wave of invaders that came to this country over the last 2,500 years and continue to interrupt, disrupt, and create chaos among the communities in this land that you call India or Bharat, then they would not leave as completely as I think they should be leaving. But it's my opinion. They need to know the history of slavery as well as of indentured labor, because I am a product of the indentured labor, and I know what our ancestors in different colonies in the world actually went through before the level of brutal racism and exploitation of us had actually brought about major disruptions to our lives until we fought hard to get where we want to. Now, it's extremely important for us to also know that what I see here in KIT and KIS is something of a sense of pride that I see among most, if not all, of the students that I've seen. Yesterday evening, when there was this judo demonstration, the strength and the power that the students had actually demonstrated on stage was also a demonstration of the good health that they have in this institution and of the way in which they are well treated and fed. They don't look like students who are actually wanting to run away from here. So the important thing is that there is leadership. And over the past 4 to 5 days, I heard several people ask, where is Dr. Samant? And the reply was often, he's out on institutional business. But what is important is that his presence was still felt by virtue of him knowing, by virtue of people knowing that he is still around. And this morning, I think with many of us seeing him, we sense a renewed sense of reassurance. So I want to thank Dr. Samant for the great work that he is doing and the demonstration to all other communities in the world where children are treated on the basis of equality and are given a fair chance to save their languages, their customary practices and beliefs, especially against the background of the number of languages and religious and social structures that have completely disappeared in this world. KISS has shown to the world that we can integrate the most marginalized without compromising what is dear to them in terms of heritage. I thank you very much for all of this.
Thank you, sir. I now kindly request Professor P.C. Joshi, Chairman, World Anthropology Congress 2023, to deliver his address.
Respected Minister for Tribal Affairs, Sri Arjun Mundaji, Founder, KISS, Deemed to be University, Dr. Achyuta Samantji, all my colleagues sitting on the dais, and those who are off the dais. At the outset, I would say that in my more than half a century of career in anthropology, this is the conference which is most accessible and affordable. I have yet to see a conference which was so accessible and so affordable. Accessible because people have been given plenty of chances, plenty of time to discuss, to debate, and to come out with really good suggestions. And I think plethora of variety of topics in anthropology, right from physical anthropology, social anthropology, archaeological anthropology, to various different dimensions of anthropology, including global peace, sustainability, indigeneity, and social justice. They were all discussed threadbare. And of course, I don't have to repeat, Professor Behra has already talked about them. But I again would say that for these last half a century, I have been studying anthropology, and in anthropology I have been studying tribal people, their problems, and their issues. And I have got a chance to see this very unique institution called KISS Deemed to be University, which is, I think, a very unique institution, a unique effort where there is a tribal advisory council headed by none other than Mahalaji is sitting here. He is the Director General. And all the advices, all the suggestions, all the decisions are taken by tribal advisory councils, which have got, I think, who's who. One of my friend, S.N. Mundaji, also there. He was a vice chancellor of. So then, who's who, and all the intellectual elites of tribal communities, they are all advising. And Behra Sahib is implementing them. But at the same time, it is an open institution, and we have got a chance to visit it, we have got a chance to see it, that it is now looking at the overall development, growth of the children. And it is again, like it was possible that the children have excelled from KISS into various fields, from medicines to engineering to administrative services, including sports, crafts, music. And we have seen all these things in the last these years. So what I see is that, from the beginning when we got independence, literacy rate of the scheduled tribe was in single digits. So there was a lot of work that is needed to be done. Government of India has done excellently. But I think others have also needed to be pooled in their efforts. And I think we have in Dr. Achyuta Samant, a man who came up with a mission and has been almost touching 100,000 indigenous children have been, because of him, they have got the benefit. And so therefore, my suggestion is that KISS deemed to be university, I know Professor Amarinder Gala is talking about, becoming as a hub for museum, training of museum, but it should become a center for excellence, and it should be supported as center of excellence by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. So this is my suggestion, and I hope that the way KISS is functioning, only sky is the limit. So with these words, I'm grateful to the United Indian Anthropology Forum that they gave me this responsibility, but I really thoroughly enjoyed. I myself presented 10 papers, so I really enjoyed, deliberating here and discussing and talking to all of you. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. I now kindly request Professor Charlotte Ann Roberts, Fellow of the British Academy, Department of Archaeology, Durham University, England, to deliver her address.
Honourable Minister of Tribal Affairs, Professor Samantha and Professor Biero, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak about my experiences of the Congress here and also what incredible work is happening at the Kalinga Institute for Social Sciences. I'm sure that you will all agree that this has been an amazing conference or congress. Having organised conferences myself, albeit on a much, much smaller and less complex scale than this one, I know how challenging it can be. However, I would argue that the World Anthropology Congress 2023 has been an astounding success in bringing together so many people from so many parts of the globe to this venue. I applaud the organising team for the time they've devoted to presenting us with an environment conducive to learning from each other and appreciating the diversity of our discipline. I've learnt much in the sessions I've attended, and I've been really impressed with the quality of research from scholars at all career levels, including the enthusiasm and motivation delegates have for their respective fields of study. I've really valued the chance to meet both old and new colleagues, and it's good to hear that anthropology is reflecting on how better we can make our research matter to the wider world, including the public. We are relevant to the current challenges affecting the world. Getting our message out is not easy to achieve, and often we're not at the tables where those decisions about world affairs are agreed, for example, in government policy. But I think we are all working very hard to rectify this. Anthropology is about humans from past to present and is inherently relevant to the modern world. We have so much to offer many beneficiaries beyond academia, including the public. From roundtables to panels and plenary lectures covering dozens of thematic approaches from all subdisciplines of anthropology, along with audio-visual programme and exhibitions, the Congress has met its objective of highlighting anthropology in the public sphere. It's particularly shown that scholars in anthropology are a powerful voice for Indigenous communities, as long as anthropologists work with those communities to co-produce research. I should add that it was especially appropriate that the Congress started on Indigenous Communities Day on the 9th of August. With this in mind, I also think it fitting that the Congress has been held here at the Kalinga Institute for Social Sciences, established by a person with a very ambitious vision for Indigenous communities. Professor Saman, a place where, that is Professor Saman, and this is a place where the lives of Indigenous community students can develop and transform through their education. I've been very impressed by their commitment to scholarship, and I should say that a particular Congress highlight for me were the performances by the students in the cultural program. They were absolutely stunning and engaging, showing a huge talent for a range of activities in music, dance, song, acrobatics, I just wish I could do that myself, judo, puppetry, and much more. This has always been a great end to each day. So finally, a big thank you to everyone involved with the organisation of the Congress and its sponsors, and to Professor Behera, Vice-Chancellor of KISS, for his warm welcome. I'll leave India with fond memories of my stay here in Bhubaneswar. So thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I kindly request Professor Amreshwar Gala, UNESCO Chair on Inclusive Museums and Sustainable Heritage Development, Anant National University, Ahmedabad, and Emeritus Faculty, Australian National University, to deliver his address.
I pay my respects to the leadership. For the second time aboard, to all of you delegates, the knowledge carriers. And the third time I did that was for all the young people sitting at the back. Sustainable development is about posterity. Sustainable development is about posterity. It's about you. How best we can measure how well we have done with sustainable development is dependent upon intergenerational transmission and from a cultural point of view. And I say this very strongly, that the sense of self-esteem is really critical, integrity is really critical when we talk about indigeneity. And that needs to be at the heart of education. How do we enable the self-esteem and dignity of indigenous people? Because there are many historical legacies. How do we deal with the legacies? How do we move forward? And I think in that journey, KISS is an outstanding example, nationally and internationally. I want to congratulate the leadership about that. And Honorable Minister, I will come back to you with a couple of recommendations, but I want to congratulate the leadership, Dr. Samantha, for his vision, and to the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Behera, for his leadership and his humility. He was everywhere. I've never seen a Vice-Chancellor so humble in my life. And all I want to say is, Minister, this is particularly addressed to you with the support of the delegates. There is, as I said, sense of place, culture, self-esteem, and well-being of indigenous people is critical. I think KISS actually provides a quintessential leadership to build towards it. So my first recommendation to you, Minister, is that there is a need in India, and you know it much better than anyone else in this country, that you're launching so many museums in this country, which are fantastic. I mean, I've been to National Review in Bhopal and facilitated the UNESCO meeting with the ministry in New Delhi. But the challenge that we are facing, Minister, as I was saying before, is who's going to lead, who are going to be employed in those institutions. So there's a demand. There's a demand for competent and skilled and knowledge bearers to lead and to work in those museums. So I think KISS, in many ways, together with all the partners that enable this Congress, is in a good position to establish not national, but international, international program dealing with museum anthropology, but applied museum anthropology. In establishing that, it's really important to get competent faculty and relevant pedagogy, relevant curricular development. In this sense, India is ready for it. I met the director of UGC and the deputy secretary who was helping me with looking at what is being done with the not so new national education policy. I think it's now 3 years. And they have not addressed so far anything to do with indigenous studies. They have not addressed anything to do with museum anthropology or museums, and they're ready to do that. I mean, the UGC is very keen. So what I'm recommending that KISS, together with other universities, other institutions, as a collaboration, collaborate, not compete is my principle, and working together is to work within the national education policy to establish an international center of excellence, international center for museum anthropology. That's my first request. My second request, Minister, when I came in 2000 to India as a chief guest to Indira Gandhi Rashtriya Manav Sangrahalaya in Bhopal, I was stunned. We didn't have a museum like that in Australia. And in fact, the director of the Canadian Museum of Civilization, which is their national museum, he was there with his wife. And he said that we wish we could have something like this in Canada. And the witness to this is Siddhartha Kap, who used to run a program called Surabhi on Doordarshan. He documented it. But that museum, for a variety of reasons, is almost dilapidated. But it's fantastic infrastructure. And Shalini, madam sitting there, she's passionate about it. It is already there as a national museum. So my second recommendation is not just focusing on revitalizing it as a museum, but revitalizing it as the heart of the sense of culture, self-esteem of indigenous people of India. And that museum could be like the applied laboratory for an international program that KISS and IGRMS and all the other universities could work together. And when I say this, when I make these two recommendations, I do them wearing a UNESCO hat. And also as somebody who worked with Rigoberta Menchutum from Guatemala on the working group on world's indigenous peoples that established the UN Permanent Forum and started drafting the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, UNIDRIP, which was adopted by the UN General Assembly in 2007, September. And also UNESCO is the interagency co-chair, that given that there's so many UN organizations, UNESCO is the co-chair for the action planning in the implementation of UNIDRIP. So the timing is really right. And I think this Congress is an amazing gathering. I mean, I've learned so much from so many of you, and I feel really humble, and I wish I was 43 years younger starting universities so I could go back to, school again to learn so much from all of you. And this is a wonderful opportunity, Minister. It could be a turning point. This conference could be a turning point in the self-empowerment, dignity, self-esteem of indigenous people of not only India, But I think there's room for many countries to send their students, faculty, or even people working in museums for professional development here because of one reason. With that, I will conclude. The one reason is that when we talk about indigeneity, and this is something that Raghubarta Menchutum, the Nobel laureate, and myself in the UN Permanent Forum advocated very strongly. The whole world is being led by an example of indigeneity, largely through Australia, New Zealand, Canada, United States. That doesn't work for us. Those 4 countries were invaded or settled, whatever term you want to use, colonized by predominantly white people, and the indigenous people, became minorities. So the kind of binary that is there, the kind of, transformation of indigenous people and their leadership works for those 4 countries. In India, all the tribal leadership from the 8 states of northeastern India met and drafted what is called the Shillong Charter. When you say indigenous, everybody is indigenous to India. However, when you spell indigenous with an uppercase I, it means tribal people of India. And I think that India could provide the leadership, a decolonized, post-colonial leadership, and learn from those 4 countries that I mentioned, but at the same time chalk out a unique pathway to move forward, and that would make all of us proud internationally, Minister. And those are my 2 recommendations, and thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request the team to kindly play the recording of delegates of WEC 2023 sharing their feedback about the conference.
में हुई थी पिछली वर्ल्ड कॉन्फ्रेंस, तो अब ये हुई है 45 साल के बाद। बेसिकली एंथ्रोपोलॉजी इज अ साइंस ऑफ मैन। तो ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए क्या चीज़ें फ़ायदेमंद हो सकती हैं जो हम एक्सचेंज करें और एक दूसरे का फायदा करें।
When we say about Indian society, that means that unity in diversity and diversity in unity. Naturally, this type of World Congress, I think it is, no doubt it has some positive implication.
इंडिजिनस नॉलेज को कैसे बढ़ावा देना चाहिए, उसको कैसे प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहिए, प्रिजर्व करना चाहिए, एंड एट द सेम टाइम हमें उन पे हमारा जो कल्चर है या सिविलाइजेशन जो भी हम बोलते हैं मेन स्ट्रीम सिविलाइजेशन, उसको थोपना नहीं चाहिए, उसको समझते हुए उसका डेवलपमेंट करना चाहिए। तो अगर ये सिंपल सा बात है, अगर ये इसको पॉलिसी मेकर ध्यान से सुने या ध्यान से उसको इम्प्लीमेंट कर दे, जो कि किस कर रहा है शायद उसका तो पूरा अप्लाइड एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का एक विजन भी है, तो अगर वो कर दे तो वो तो बड़ी बढ़िया है ना। तो आई थिंक दैट इज अ गुड साइन इन दिस ऑफ दिस कॉन्फ्रेंस।
It's been absolutely brilliant. I would give it 5 stars out of 5 stars. The welcome I got, the hospitality, the interaction with the researchers, the fantastic research that's been produced in India in anthropology. It's been wonderful for me to listen to new areas of research I didn't know about. So all in all, so far, and it isn't over yet, I've had a great time. I've learned quite a bit about KISS and KIT and Dr. Samantha's work opening a fantastic educational institution that's for free for 30,000 children is incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
By attracting something like 1,500 people from 51 countries is a major, major accomplishment. So to that extent, we know that this was a success. And for the ways in which these sessions are taking place and the kinds and qualities of papers and discourses that are occurring, I have no doubt that it matches the world's best. And for Professor Samant to be able to draw 30,000 children at once and take them through a system from primary school, pre-primary school, right through onto university is no ordinary feat.
Yeah, KISS, they are very, very well organized, and it's a wonderful stay, the accommodation, the here in the conference, and everything is perfect as per the international standards. So it's very, very organized by KISS.
Samantha is a very great person. The art of giving, and that art of giving is something very unique feature. That philosophy, ideology, what he has brought from his life, and he is giving to thousands of these tribal people.
Specifically, I think when KIT always holds conferences, I've done one 13 years back. It was called World Science Congress. I came there as a master's student, and now I am here in a similar conference as a faculty. So, like I said, I came 13 years back. It's quite different. There's a lot of change to what I had seen then and what I have seen now. People were very welcoming, so I didn't have any difficulty. I just had to book my tickets. My convener, I had to tell her that I'm reaching here. The people here were also so nice and accommodative. They helped me reach to the KISS campus. So registration was done barely in 10 minutes. I just had to wait another 10 minutes to get a cab to go to the place where we stayed. And the food was served there. We didn't have to walk back and forth the campus, which is something I was dreading. I thought I'd have to walk from there to here or catch a cab. Nothing. It was perfectly organized, everything put in place.
गोटे कांग्रेस मो जानवर एटा प्रथम थर पे होची वर्ल्ड एवं ये जो वर्ल्ड एंथ्रोपोलॉजी कांग्रेस कनसीव होकरी किस रे अनुष्ठित होची एटा प्रकृष्ट स्थल कना जनजाति मानकर ही विश्वविद्यालय गोटे 30,000 पिला गोटे समय रे गोटे जगह रे पढुछंती ऑल फ्री फ्रॉम किस इट इज ए ग्रेट कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ द फाउंडर जे कि एते गुडे कनसीव कले आइडिया एते पिला को एम्पावर कर शिक्षित कर कि छोटिया कथा माने पृथ्वीर विभिन्न देश में जो एंथ्रोपोलॉजिकल रिसर्च हो जो जनजाति माने अच्छा विभिन्न देश में से एकत्रित कर इंटराक्शन कर जो करवाटा गोटे कांग्रेस करवाटा छोटिया कथा स्कोप बहुत इंटराक्शन करने विभिन्न लोक सब इंटराक्शन बढ़िया सुजोग प्लाटफॉर्म बहुत बढ़िया इट्स वंडरफुल
Round table is not easy. 1,000 people participating in the conference, bringing them together is not going to be a very easy task. Dr. Samantha, as I say, the art of giving, has inculcated this kind of a feeling in all the people. Because everyone is ready to give out help in every way. So it's been a very pleasant experience for me.
anthropology is the study of humans from past to present, and so it really fits what I'm interested in. And so that's why I wanted to come to the conference.
When I saw the brochure or the leaflet of the schedule, so I found very interesting sessions over here. Especially there are very much directly and indirectly related areas in the anthropology. So I thought like it will be interesting to explore those. So in order to learn many things or many aspects of anthropology, like I thought and I definitely made an attempt to join this.
As far as World Anthropology Congress is concerned, this is a very opportune moment where we have all gathered to witness the significant moment of a very global event. And I was informed that delegation from around 51 countries, they have reached here, and we are having several days of deliberations. And throughout my presence, my experience has been very incredible, absolutely marvelous, and anybody who will be coming here and who will be visiting here will be amazed by the kind of hospitality which is being provided.
This is a largest gathering where we all gather and then interact and then take stock of situation and then check out programs and plans for future research. So it's an opportunity actually. So I think Achyut Samanta is a phenomenon, and then he has done tremendously for the Aboriginal communities of Odisha, and also I think other states students also are studying here. International students also are there. So this is unprecedented. I have not seen any institution like this with such a large number. There may be institutions with such a large number.
Thank you. And now, with great honor and privilege, I kindly request the Chief Guest, Shri Arjun Munda Ji, Honorable Minister of Tribal Affairs, Government of India, to address the August gathering.
प्रथमतः मो प्रभु जगन्नाथ जी को माटी को प्रणाम जनाऊँ। मुझे बेहद प्रसन्नता है कि वर्ल्ड एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट कांग्रेस 2023 जो किस के कैंपस में आदरणीय डॉक्टर अच्युत सामंता के विशेष प्रयत्नों से सार्वजनिक क्षेत्र में स्वदेशीयता, सामाजिक न्याय, स्थिरता और वैश्विक शांति के ध्येय को लेकर कई ऐसे विषयों पर चर्चा हुई है जो अपने आप में अभूतपूर्व उपलब्धि है। इस अवसर पर आदरणीय डॉक्टर अच्युत सामंता जी, जो किस के फाउंडर हैं, फाउंडर कलिंगा इंस्टीट्यूट एंड सोशल साइंस एंड टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी, दोनों के जनक हैं। और लोकसभा में हमारे सहयोगी हैं, मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट हैं, और ऐसे लोकसभा क्षेत्र से है कंधमाल से, जो नाम से ही परिचय मिलता है कि उस ज़िले की, उस डिस्ट्रिक्ट के विशेषता क्या है, कंधमाल ट्राइब्स। और मैं समझता हूँ कि डॉक्टर अच्युत सामंती जी ने जिस क्षेत्र को चुना है, जहाँ से वो चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, और एज ए मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट हमारे साथ काम कर रहे हैं, यह अपने आप में अभूतपूर्व चैलेंज को स्वीकार करते हुए काम करने का जो संकल्प है उसको दोहराते हैं। कलिंगा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंसेज के इस परिसर में आज मुझे आकर बेहद प्रसन्नता हो रही है कि ऐसे व्यक्तित्व के नेतृत्व में यह संस्था चल रही है जिन्होंने न केवल इस देश में, इस प्रदेश में, बल्कि दुनिया में एक व्यक्ति के माध्यम से, संकल्प के माध्यम से कैसे कार्य हो सकता है, वो अनुकरणीय है, अविस्मरणीय है। और मैं कहूँगा कि डॉक्टर सामंता वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट मैन ऑफ दिस अर्थ, जिसके मन में संवेदना है, एक कार्य करने की दृढ़ संकल्प है, और अपने लाइफ को कैसे डेडिकेट करके समर्पण के साथ, समर्पित होकर के किसी चीज़ को किया जा सकता है, उसका एक उदाहरण है। उन्होंने मेरे बारे में कुछ बातें कही। मैं तो साधारण परिवार का हूँ, मेरा बैकग्राउंड एक साधारण छोटे परिवार का है, लेकिन थैंक यू फॉर वार्म इंट्रोडक्शन। आपने जिस तरीके से हमारा परिचय करते हुए कहा, मैं उसकी पात्रता रखता हूँ या नहीं रखता हूँ, ये तो जनता आकलन करती है, लोग करते हैं, पर मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि कुछ अच्छी चीज़ें कैसे हो सके। पर जो काम आपने करके दिखाया एज ए इंडिविजुअल, कि एक व्यक्ति जब किसी चीज़ को संकल्प के साथ आगे बढ़ाता है तो किस तरीके से एक बड़ा परिवार बन जाता है। अभी जैसे बताया गया कि ये किस फैमिली 1 लाख लोगों का परिवार है, जहाँ पर ट्राइबल स्टूडेंट 30 to 40,000 हैं, यूनिवर्सिटी के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, और यहाँ पर एकेडमिक साइड में टीचर्स के जो उसकी संख्या नियर अबाउट 14,000 है पूरा। तो ये अपने आप में एक उपलब्धि प्रदर्शित करता है, और मैं हमेशा समंता जी के टच में रहता हूँ, मुलाकात होती है, जानकारी लेते रहता हूँ। हमारे मंत्रालय के तरफ से भी कोशिश करता हूं कि हम कुछ मिल कर के काम कर सके। जैसे कि आप सबको अभी यहाँ पर हमारे डैश में उपस्थित हैं प्रोफेसर पीसी जोशी जी, प्रोफेसर दीपक बेहरा जी जो कलिंगा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंसेज के वाइस चांसलर हैं, प्रोफेसर आनंद सिंह जिन्होंने आपको अभी एड्रेस किया डरबन साउथ अफ्रीका से, जिन्होंने आपको संबोधित किया वैसे प्रोफेसर रॉबर्ट्स, प्रोफेसर अमरेश्वर गाला ऑस्ट्रेलियन नेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी से, और जो पिछले कई वर्षों से इंडिया में भारत में काम कर रहे हैं, अभी उनसे एक मुलाकात में चर्चा हुई। प्रोफेसर ग्रेगरी यूनाइटेड इंडियन एंथ्रोपोलॉजी फोरम से वो लगातार काम कर रहे हैं। इसके अलावा हमारे यहाँ बैठे हुए होता जी और डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सिटी से, डिफरेंट कंट्रीज से, जैसे 51 कंट्रीज से पार्टिसिपेंट्स एज ए एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट आए हैं, और भी बहुत सारे कंट्रीज़ के अंदर के लोग यहाँ पर उपस्थित हैं, और बहुत सारे स्कॉलर्स हैं, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो इस क्षेत्र में काम कर रहे हैं, और किड्स फैमिली के सभी मेंबर्स हैं। मैं और हमारे प्रेस के भी काफ़ी लोग हैं, तो मैं आप सब लोगों के प्रति आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि मुझे यहाँ आने का मौका आपने दिया, आपको सुनने का मौका दिया और कुछ कहने का मौका दिया। इसलिए किस परिवार को मैं बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ, धन्यवाद देता हूँ। जैसे कि वाइस चांसलर कलिंगा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंस के आदरणीय प्रोफेसर दीपक बेहरा जी ने एक ब्रीफ डिस्कशन का दिया कि लास्ट 5 डेज में कितने डिस्कशंस हुए और किस तरीके से पार्टिसिपेंट्स ने अपने अपने एक क्रिएटिव इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर किया, और उसमें बहुत सारी चर्चा हुई। और मैं आने से पहले देख रहा था, जानकारी ले रहा था कि कितने सब्जेक्ट्स एंथ्रोपोलॉजी में इसको अलग अलग डिस्कशन के सब्जेक्ट्स के रूप में लाए गए। वो वास्तविक रूप से बहुत ही मार्वेलस है, बहुत ही अच्छा है, और मैं समझता हूँ कि ये वर्ल्ड कांग्रेस ऑफ एंथ्रोपोलॉजीज एक डिस्कशन जिस तरीके से अमृत, यानी जिस तरीके से समुद्र मंथन होता है और समुद्र मंथन के बाद एक अमृत निकलता है, वो अमृत इस डिस्कशन के बाद निश्चित रूप से, जिसका इस गवर्नमेंट को भी बहुत सारे ऐसे सजेशंस मिलेंगे जो आने वाले दिनों में हम उसका ध्यान रख सके और आने वाले दिनों में देश को लाभ मिलेगा। मानव विज्ञान, मानव शास्त्र यानी एंथ्रोपोलॉजी के दृष्टि से हम आज चर्चा कर रहे हैं मूलतः इस बात को ध्यान में रखते हुए, और जैसे प्रोफेसर चार्लोट रॉबर्ट्स जी ने कहा कि पास्ट एंड प्रेजेंट, कि हम पास्ट में और प्रेजेंट में हमें क्या करना है, हम आगे जाना चाहते हैं, कैसे आगे जाएं, इन सारी बातों को समझते हुए कि हम पहले किस तरीके से यहाँ तक आए, क्या सफ़र रहा और हमारे जनरेशन दर जनरेशन किस तरीके से हमें यहाँ तक पहुँचाया है कि आज हम कुछ चर्चा कर रहे हैं और हमारे सामने के जो चैलेंजेस है प्रेजेंट में क्या देख रहे हैं और हम फ्यूचर को कैसे देखना चाहते हैं। दुनिया की आबादी कितनी है यह जानकारी हम सबको है, किस रफ्तार से किस तेज़ी के साथ आगे बढ़ रही है यह हमारे जानकारी में। उसमें वर्ल्ड वाइड देखें या हमारे कंट्री के हमारे देश के नाते देखें कि हमारे देश में हमारी जो 140 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन है, जनसंख्या है, उस दृष्टि से और वर्ल्ड के जो पॉपुलेशन है उस दृष्टि से और जो जिसको हम वर्ल्ड वाइड एज ए एथनिक या कई शब्दों में हम हमारे इंडिया में जैसे डॉक्टर अमरेश्वर गाला जी कह रहे थे कि एक समय तो हर कोई एज ए प्रिमिटिव ही चला है यात्रा में। एज ए ट्राइबल ही चला है या एज ए एथनिक इंडिजिनस ही चला है। सिविलाइजेशन के अलग अलग दौर से गुजरते हुए अलग अलग समय और काल के साथ बदलते हुए हमने आज अपने को इस रूप में पाया है। लेकिन अभी भी बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो दुनिया में उनका परिचय हम देते हैं अलग अलग जगहों में अलग अलग तरीके से। हमारे देश में ट्राइबल की पॉपुलेशन उस 140 करोड़ में से लगभग 8.6% है, यानी 10.5 करोड़ से अधिक लोग ट्राइबल हमारे यहाँ के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में एक शेड्यूल है, जो शेड्यूल लिस्ट में है उसको हम एज ए ट्राइबल, और इस पर हमेशा रिसर्च भी होते रहता है कि उस कैरेक्टर को इनहेरिट करते हुए वैसे डिप्राइव्ड जो लोग फील करते हैं, महसूस करते हैं या उस कैरेक्टर को बरकरार रखते हैं, उनको शेड्यूल में या उन्हें अपॉर्चुनिटी कैसे और बेहतर दिया जाए, इस पर काम होता है। लेकिन अभी प्रेजेंट में ओवर 700 से अधिक ट्राइबल जो शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स के रूप में हमारे इस देश के संविधान के आधार पर सुनिश्चित करता है। हमारे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा ये विषय उसको हम लोग देख रहे हैं। जैसे उड़ीसा में एक पीबीटीजी जिसको हमने कहा है मोस्ट बैकवर्ड में से, उसमें से एक 3 ग्रुप ऐसा है जो लिस्ट में नहीं है। एज ए ट्राइबल जो लिस्ट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के माध्यम से देखा गया वो स्टेट के लिस्ट में नहीं है, नेशनल लिस्ट में नहीं है। इस तरह के दौर से हमने महसूस किया कि आज इस क्षेत्र में आप जैसे विद्वत लोगों का, और हमारी हमेशा होता जी से बात होते रहती है, प्रोफेसर होता जी से, कि ऐसे चीज़ों को हम रिजॉल्व कैसे करें, सॉल्व कैसे करें, वहाँ तक लोगों को कैसे सुविधाएं पहुंचाए और उसका समाधान कैसे हो। तो हमारे सामने पास्ट के एक्सपीरियंस और प्रेजेंट के चैलेंजेस हैं। तो प्रेजेंट के चैलेंजेस को दूर करने के लिए इस तरह के जब प्रयास होते हैं तो उसका लाभ न केवल उन कम्युनिटी को, उन सोसाइटी को, बल्कि एज ए होल कंट्री को मिलता है, एज ए होल वर्ल्ड को मिलता है कि वी लर्न आवरसेल्फ, हम खुद को पढ़ने का कोशिश करें कि विकसित 21वीं सदी में, 21st सेंचुरी में हम और हमारे पीछे कतारों में कितने लोग चल रहे हैं, हमारे पीछे कितने लोग ऐसे चल रहे हैं जिनके बारे में आज हमें चिंता अधिक करने की आवश्यकता है। और मैंने जो महसूस किया यहाँ आने से पहले, जिन चीज़ों को देखा, जिस तरीके से चर्चा हुई है, उसकी मैं सराहना करता हूँ, तारीफ करता हूँ कि ये बीड़ा किस परिवार ने उठाया है। और इसके लिए मैं अपने आप को धन्य मानता हूँ कि उसमें मुझे भी पार्टिसिपेट करने का मौका मिला। आपने बहुत सारी एंथ्रोपोलॉजी के दृष्टि से चर्चा किया है, मैं उस पार्ट में अब नहीं जाना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि पास्ट से लेकर फ्यूचर तक का, प्रेजेंट के तो आपने किया है, फ्यूचर तक का आपने एक डिस्कशन किया है कि हमारे सामने जो चैलेंजेस है उसको करने के लिए हमें क्या करना है। इसके पहले भी हमारी मुलाकात और मुझे बेहद खुशी है कि आज इस प्रोग्राम को उन्होंने बहुत बड़ी भूमिका निभाई है, प्रोफेसर पीसी जोशी जी, जो एक्स वाइस चांसलर दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी है। और आज जब मुलाकात हुई तो मुझे बताया गया, उनसे मुलाकात हुई कि उन्होंने बहुत प्रमुख भूमिका इस कार्यक्रम के लिए निभाई है, तो उन्हें भी मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ। एक थोड़ी सी मुलाकात उनके साथ हुई थी और कुछ चर्चा हुई थी, और उस मुलाकात में मैंने उनके भावों को समझा। हमेशा इस क्षेत्र में वो लगे रहते हैं और मुझे खुशी है कि किस परिवार ने उसको जोड़ते हुए इस कार्यक्रम के लिए प्रमुख दायित्व लिया। अब हमारे सामने पिछले कुछ दिनों का विषय भारत के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है, इंडिया के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है, और कुछ भविष्य की चिंताएं हमारे साथ है जो आगे के लिए। पिछले इतिहास को यदि हम इस देश का देखते हैं तो हमें यह ध्यान में आता है कि जब इस देश में डॉक्यूमेंटेशन खास करके शुरू हुआ, रिसर्च का काम हुआ, तो वो कॉलोनियल रूल के समय में हुआ। एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट उस समय के या एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के दृष्टि से या एक रूलिंग सिस्टम इंडिया में नए तरीके से डेवलप हुए, उस दृष्टि से जो अध्ययन हुए उसके काफ़ी रेफरेंस हमें मिलते हैं। और इन सारे चीज़ों को जब पहली बार ऑल इंडिया गवर्नेंस के दृष्टि से, तो इंडिया एक्ट 1935 में खास करके इस देश में रहने वाले वैसे लोगों के बारे में चर्चा की गई कि उसके प्रोविजंस क्या होने चाहिए, उसको कैसे, उसके कल्चर को, उसके जीवन को, उसके नैसर्गिक एक नेचुरल लाइफ को कैसे बरकरार रखा जाए। तो उस पर कुछ विषय आए, लेकिन एक रूलिंग सिस्टम का जो व्यवहारिक पक्ष होता है, वो व्यवहारिक पक्ष उन दिनों की परिस्थितियों के दृष्टि से सोची गई और वो कालांतर में कई तरह के अच्छे अनुभव दिया, कई तरह के ऐसे अनुभव भी दिए जो हमारे लिए कभी चिंता का विषय भी रहा, चिंता का विषय भी। जैसे ट्राइबल और जनजातीय समुदाय को हम देखते हैं तो उसका जंगल से बड़ा अभूतपूर्व रिश्ता है। उस अभूतपूर्व रिश्ता के बीच में एक कानून ने किस तरीके से उन दिनों में हमें विद्रोह के तरफ ज़्यादा प्रेरित किया। मूलतः 1927 में फॉरेस्ट एक्ट इस देश में अंग्रेज़ों के समय में, ब्रिटिश रूल्स के समय में प्रारंभ हुआ। उस समय जंगल अधिक थी, फॉरेस्ट अधिक था, और फॉरेस्ट अधिक होने के कारण हो सकता है उसका उपयोग की दृष्टि से लोगों ने अधिक सोचा, और वो सोचते हुए ये कानून इस ढंग से बने जिसमें ट्राइबल की कोई चर्चा नहीं की गई। उस कानून में कहीं भी ट्राइबल की चर्चा नहीं हुई, फॉरेस्ट की चर्चा हुई, फॉरेस्ट के प्रोटेक्शन की चर्चा हुई। पहला 1878 में फॉरेस्ट एक्ट बना वो, और उसके बाद उसका लेटेस्ट वर्जन 1927 में कॉलोनियल रूल के समय में आया। और वो एक कानून ने ऐसा स्थिति पैदा किया कि शासन से विश्वास उन क्षेत्रों में रहने वाले लोगों की घटती चली गई और विद्रोह का स्वरूप प्रारंभ हुआ। उस विद्रोह के स्वरूप में मैं जहाँ से आता हूँ, मैं खूंटी लोकसभा क्षेत्र का मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, वैसे जगह से जिसे जनजातीय समुदाय भगवान के रूप में मानता है, भगवान बिरसा मुंडा का जन्म हुआ। और भगवान बिरसा मुंडा ने इस तरह के कानूनों को लेकर के कहा कि हमारे नैसर्गिक जो नेचुरल लाइफ है और हमारे जो जीवन है उस पर हस्तक्षेप नहीं होना चाहिए। और जल जंगल जमीन की बात करते हुए उन्होंने आंदोलन प्रारंभ किया। और इस तरीके से उन दिनों में लोगों को बाध्यता के साथ टेनेंसी एक्ट बनाने पड़े कि उनके लैंड, उनके फॉरेस्ट, उनके कल्चर, उनके हैबिटेशन को किसी तरह का नुकसान नहीं हो। और इसलिए CNT एक्ट जैसे, छोटनागपुर टेनेंसी एक्ट जैसे कानून उस समय के एक मिस्टर रीज करके पदाधिकारी थे, उन्होंने ड्राफ्ट किया और इसको सुनिश्चित किया। मैं इस बात को इसलिए दोहराना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि यह हमारे जानकारी में है, लेकिन जानकारी में होने के बावजूद भी कई बार जाने अनजाने अतिक्रमण हो जाता है। और वो कानून भूंयारी एक्ट के रूप में भूंयारी इन द जल जंगल जमीन पर उसका स्वामित्व दोनों तरह से बरकरार रहे, उसके जीवन पद्धति के आधार पर और व्यवस्था के आधार पर, गवर्नेंस के आधार पर, जिसको कालांतर में बाद के दिनों में हिस्टोरिकल मिस्टेक के रूप में, इनजस्टिस के रूप में इस देश ने महसूस करते हुए फॉरेस्ट राइट एक्ट के माध्यम से पार्लियामेंट ने एक्नॉलेज किया कि 1927 में जो फॉरेस्ट एक्ट में जंगल में, फॉरेस्ट में रहने वाले उस समय में आप उसको देखेंगे तो उसमें जितने भी एनिमल्स हैं, यानी जीव जंतु है, जितने तरह के स्पीसीज हो सकते हैं सबका संकलन किया गया, पर वहाँ जंगल में आदिवासी रहते हैं उसकी चर्चा नहीं की गई, उसकी चर्चा नहीं हुई। वो चर्चा देश के पार्लियामेंट में काफ़ी अरसे बाद इस बात को ध्यान में रखते हुए कि उन समुदायों के साथ हिस्टोरिकल इनजस्टिस हुआ है, इसलिए फॉरेस्ट राइट एक्ट के स्वाभाविक जीवन को बरकरार रखते हुए हम इसको फिर से रिहैबिलिटेट करने का ही नहीं बल्कि उसको उस तरीके से उसका स्वतः स्फूर्त, अब जैसे आप उड़ीसा में आए हैं, डिफरेंट देश के हिस्से से आए, इस देश के हिस्से में और दुनिया से भी कई कंट्रीज से रिप्रेजेंटेटिव आए हैं एज एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट। तो यहाँ पर जो अभी आपने एक देखा बोंडा कम्युनिटी का, बोंडा कम्युनिटी जो आज भी सिर्फ अपने घरों से बाजार के लिए आता है, फिर बाजार से वापस चले जाता है। तो इस तरीके से एक कैरेक्टर को इनहेरिट करते हुए आज भी यहाँ की परंपराओं में चीज़ें दिखती है। वैसे समय में आज हमारे लिए बहुत महत्व का विषय है कि हमारी जो आज के चुनौती है, आज के जो चैलेंजेस है, जिस चैलेंजेस के ऊपर में आपने चर्चा किया है, उस चैलेंजेस को हम सही तरीके से कैसे आकलन कर पाएँ। और फिर मैं इस बात को दोहराता हूँ, उसके मूल में पहला है एजुकेशन, जिस एजुकेशन को नए तरीके से किस कैंपस ने उदाहरण के रूप में प्रस्तुत किया। मैं इसके पहले भी आया हूँ, आज फिर आने का मौका मिला, और मैं जब यहाँ आता हूँ तो मुझे बहुत प्रसन्नता होती है, बहुत खुशी होती है। यहाँ बच्चे तो सीखते हैं, पर मैं जब आता हूँ तो मैं भी कुछ सीख करके जाता हूँ। और मेरा अनुभव बढ़ता है, और मुझे उससे काफ़ी लाभ मिला है। एजुकेशन जिस तरीके से यहाँ एक इंस्टीट्यूट के माध्यम से एक बड़े परिवार के रूप में बना है, उसी तरीके से इस समय भारत सरकार भी अपनी प्रायोरिटी को सुनिश्चित की है। एक कि सबसे पहला कि हम आप बहुत सारे विद्वान, बहुत सारे रिसर्चर अपने आप में बहुत सारे रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, बहुत सारी चीज़ों को सामने लेकर के आया है। अब समय ऐसा है कि ट्राइबल खुद को रिसर्च करे, खुद को जाने। एक दृष्टि से वो कुछ चीज़ों को जानते हैं जिसको शायद हम एक्नॉलेज नहीं कर पाते हैं, लेकिन कुछ चीज़ों से वो अनजान भी है। और मैं समझता हूँ कि उन चीज़ों की जानकारी भी उन्हें होना चाहिए, और वो एजुकेशन के माध्यम से ही हो सकता है। एजुकेशन, शिक्षा को अगर सही ढंग से हम उन तक पहुंचा दें तो मैं समझता हूं कि कई समस्याओं का समाधान वो स्वयं कर लेगा, वो अपने आप में कर सकता है। और मैं इस अवसर पर निश्चित रूप से ये कहना चाहूँगा कि बहुत रिसर्च हुआ है, यह अच्छी बात है, लेकिन हम अपने बारे में रिसर्च करना सीखें, हम अपने बारे में रिसर्च करते हुए आगे बढ़े, जो हमारे स्ट्रेंथ है उसको आगे बढ़ाए और जो हमारे वीकनेस है उसको कैसे घटाए, इसके लिए एजुकेशन के साथ आगे बढ़े, शिक्षा के साथ आगे बढ़े। हम अपने देश की बात जब करते हैं, हम अपने देश के उन क्षेत्रों में रहने वाले लोगों के बारे में जब बात करते हैं जो सुदूरवर्ती क्षेत्र है, डॉक्टर समंता जी ने मुझे 14th के लिए कहा था कि 14 अगस्त को आप यहाँ पर आए, क्योंकि मूलतः यह जो डिस्कशन हो रहा है इसका क्लोजिंग है। मैंने एक दिन एडवांस किया, मैंने कहा कि मैं एक दिन आपके पास पहले आना चाहता हूँ, और उन्होंने मुझे उसकी स्वीकृति दी। और हमारे वाइस चांसलर इस बात को कह रहे थे कि आपने अच्छा किया कि आज ही आए, क्योंकि आने के बाद, चर्चा होने के बाद जिस दिन जाना होता है उस दिन थोड़े लोग जल्दी में रहते हैं। वैसा होती है लोगों की कि अब जल्दी निकल जाए, और कई बार होता है कि मुझे जाना है तो फ्लाइट का टाइम है, तो ट्रेन का टाइम है, तो हम इतना देर कैसे रुके, ये समय हमें अलाउ नहीं कर रहा है, क्योंकि लास्ट। पर मेरी जो कारण थी वो अलग थी। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी ने एक अभियान चलाया, और वो मेरे मिनिस्ट्री से, मैं उसका कोऑर्डिनेटर हूँ, इस दृष्टि से कि हमारे जो पूरे देश का जो बॉर्डर एरिया है, पूरे बॉर्डर एरिया के जो विलेज हैं, जो गांव हैं, उन गांव के 400 सरपंच, इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव या ट्रेडिशनल हेडमैन के रूप में कल हमारे गांव में, हमारे घर में आएंगे, क्योंकि उन्हें 15 अगस्त को स्पेशल गेस्ट के रूप में इनवाइट किया गया है। और वो हमारे साथ इंटरेक्ट करेंगे, क्योंकि हमारा जो हिली एरिया है, लेह लद्दाख से लेकर हिमाचल के ट्रांसगिरी, उत्तरांचल के जौनसारी, अरुणाचल, मेघालय, मिजोरम, सिक्किम, मणिपुर से लेकर बॉर्डर एरिया, चाहे कोस्टल एरिया हो चाहे हिली एरिया हो, दोनों जगह से। और सबसे बड़ी चीज़ हम सब के लिए, आप तो रिसर्चर हैं, रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट बात यह है कि मोस्ट ऑफ द विलेजर्स आर ट्राइबल, सभी लोग जनजाति, जो बॉर्डर में थे इसके सारे जनजाति है, आदिवासी है, वो सारे लोग आ रहे हैं। तो मैंने यहाँ अपनी दुविधा जाहिर की, और वो दुविधा जाहिर करने के बाद इन्होंने मुझे कहा कि आप 13th को आइए। मुझे आपने 13th को आने के लिए स्वीकृति दिया, और आप सबसे मिलने का मौका मिला, ये हमारे लिए निश्चित रूप से बहुत बहुत आनंद और बहुत बहुत खुशी की बात है कि आप सभी लोगों के साथ आज मैं मिल रहा हूँ। भारत सरकार ने अपने प्रतिबद्धता के साथ इन क्षेत्रों का और ख़ासकर ये जो प्रोग्राम जिसके बारे में मैं कल उन लोगों से इंटरेक्ट करूँगा, बातचीत करूँगा, इसमें भारत सरकार के सारे कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि आप बॉर्डर में जाइए, उस विलेज में रहिए, वहाँ के गांव वाले के साथ रहिए, विलेजर्स के साथ रहिए और अपना अनुभव का रिपोर्ट दे करके आगे क्या करना है। जब आप हिमालय के चोटियों में रहने वाले गांव के लोग जिस तरीके से रहते हैं उसका अनुभव नहीं करेंगे तब तक आप देश को नहीं जान सकेंगे। इसलिए मैं भी सिक्किम में लाचुंग और लाचेन एरिया में गया। वहाँ -12 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड वहाँ का एटमॉस्फेयर और उसका जो विंड है होल ईयर वहाँ के जो उसका स्पीड 100 से अधिक होता है। वैसे जगह में हमारे ट्राइबल रहते हैं और इसलिए उसको हम कहते हैं कि वो अपना सब कुछ छोड़ सकते हैं पर अपना धरती नहीं छोड़ सकते, अपने ज़मीन और जंगल नहीं छोड़ सकते। उसी तरीके से 12,000 फीट की ऊंचाई में ट्रांसगिरी में मैं वहाँ भी गया। वहाँ पर रहने वाले लोग या जौनसारी में जो चाइना का सीमा है वहाँ पर हमने देखा, वहाँ के रहने वाले लोगों के साथ मिला कि किस तरीके से वो डिफरेंट कंडीशंस में वो अपना जगह नहीं छोड़ते और उनके अंदर में जो आत्मीयता देखा भारत के प्रति, इस देश के प्रति, जो शायद हम में बहुत कमी होगी उनसे सीखने के लिए, उनसे समझने के लिए कि देश की मिट्टी को वो किस तरीके से प्यार करते हैं और अपने धरती को किस तरीके से हर दिन चूमते हैं। तो ये अगर पीछे है तो आज के दिन में ये कह करके कि कुछ नॉलेज इस दृष्टि से जो आज के समय में वो उसका नहीं है, लेकिन वो हमसे ज़्यादा इसलिए जानते हैं क्योंकि हम दुनिया में आविष्कार के दृष्टि से, टेक्नोलॉजी और टेक्निकल दृष्टि से आज जब हम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के दृष्टि से देखते हैं तो बहुत सारी बातें समझ में आती है, लेकिन जीवन को अगर समझना है, लाइफ की उत्पत्ति जहाँ से होती है, लाइफ साइंस जो है वो अगर समझना है तो वहाँ बैठे हुए व्यक्ति से समझना चाहिए कि हमारा अस्तित्व नेचर के बगैर नहीं है और ट्राइबल दुनिया में कहीं भी है तो वो अपने नेचर के साथ जुड़ा हुआ पाता है और उसको छोड़ना नहीं चाहता। वो एक अपनी जो कैरेक्टर है, मैं यहाँ पर एक स्कॉलर का स्टेटमेंट सुन रहा था जिसमें जो आप लोगों ने चर्चा किया, उसमें कहा कि जो ट्राइबल्स है, इस डिस्कशन में हम लोगों ने ये बातें चर्चा की और देखा कि ट्राइबल के डेवलपमेंट के बारे में इस तरीके से नहीं सोचा जाना चाहिए कि हम उसके ऊपर में कुछ कर रहे हैं, हम उसके लिए कर रहे हैं। ये मेहरबानी करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बल्कि हमें उनको समझने के बाद ये देखना चाहिए कि हम मिल कर के क्या कर सकते हैं। हम एक दूसरे के लिए, और मैं यहाँ पर इस बात पर बोल दूँगा कि ट्राइबल लाइफ डोमिनेटिंग एटीट्यूड से काम नहीं करता है। ट्राइबल लाइफ जिसको हम कहते हैं उसके लाइफ में ही इक्वालिटी है, सहचर व्यवस्था के साथ चलने की पद्धति का नाम ही जनजातीय जीवन है, ट्राइबल लाइफ। अब उसके साथ दुनिया को कैसे चलना है, ये हमारा एक चुनौतीपूर्ण विषय है। और उस विषय को लेकर के पिछले कई वर्षों में दुनिया ने सोचा है, ये अपने जगह पे है। दुनिया ने कुछ गलतियां भी की है, ये भी हमारे सामने उदाहरण के रूप में है। क्योंकि मुझे मालूम है, मैं 89 में ऑस्ट्रेलिया से 3 ऐसे कबीला जिसको बोलते हैं, 3 ऐसे ग्रुप के लीडर से मिला था। वो इंडिया में आए थे मॉरल रीआर्मामेंट ग्रुप के तरफ से, मॉरल रीआर्मामेंट ग्रुप MRA, पंचगनी में उसका सेंटर है, उसके तरफ से लोग आए थे, 3 कबीला के लोग। और मैं उनसे मिला था क्योंकि मैं गांव में एजुकेशन पर काम कर रहा था उस समय। तो हमारे स्कूल में आए थे। तो वो अपने साथ अपने जो इक्विपमेंट्स है वो भी लेकर के आए थे, जो बजाते थे वो भी लेकर के आए थे, और वो हमारे साथ। लेकिन वो उनके बारे में कहा जाता है, मे बी आई रॉन्ग और राइट, आई डोंट नो, करेक्ट, कि वो जब पानी के अंदर जाते हैं तो क्रोकोडाइल उसको देख के भाग जाता है। और वो इतना डेयर डेविल तरीके से अपने एग्जिस्टेंस के लिए रहता है। और उसकी उस समय बताया गया था ओनली 50,000 पॉपुलेशन उनकी, अभी कितनी है मुझे जानकारी नहीं, उतनी आबादी है उस कम्युनिटी या रेस कही है उसकी। तो उस समय से मैंने देखा है, महसूस किया है कि किस तरीके से लोग दुनिया में हैं जो अपने आप में उस चीज़ों को ध्यान में रख कर के, वैसे दुनिया में बहुत सारे कंट्रीज़ हैं जहाँ पर ऐसे लोग हैं, और उसमें बहुत सारे विशेषताएं हैं तो बहुत सारे कमियां कमजोरियां भी है। पर दुनिया में आज हमारे लिए यह चुनौती है कि हम उन सारे चीज़ों को ले कर के ये कैसे सुनिश्चित करें कि दुनिया एक परिवार है, दुनिया, वर्ल्ड इज़ वन फैमिली, एक परिवार के रूप में उसका अपॉर्चुनिटी को हम कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं। और इसलिए माननीय प्रेसिडेंट, और ख़ास करके आज मैं उसका उदाहरण देना चाहता हूं कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री, प्राइम मिनिस्टर, उन्होंने वन अर्थ का कॉन्सेप्ट, वन फैमिली का कॉन्सेप्ट दिया है कि दुनिया को इस रूप में सोचना चाहिए कि हम पूरा विश्व एक परिवार है और हर किसी को जीने का अधिकार है, उसके राइट्स का अधिकार है, उसके आगे बढ़ने का अधिकार है, प्रगति का अधिकार है, और इन सारे चीज़ों को हमें लेकर के आगे आना चाहिए। और इसी दृष्टि से भारत सरकार काम कर रही है। कई संवैधानिक प्रावधानों को अच्छे ढंग से कैसे सुनिश्चित करें। देश में जो हमारे प्रावधान है, आर्टिकल 14 जिसमें समानता का अधिकार देता है, तो आर्टिकल 16 जो अपॉर्चुनिटी का समान अधिकार देता है, आर्टिकल 46 जो सभी को सोशियो इकोनॉमिक तरीके से बढ़ने का अधिकार देता है, तो आर्टिकल 244 स्पेशल प्रोविजंस के साथ ट्राइबल को प्रोटेक्ट करने का, जहाँ कल्चरल, और इस समय भारत सरकार की जो दृष्टि है, सोच है, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की जो सोच है, वो ये है कि एक तरफ हम हिस्ट्री को सही तरीके से सामने लेकर के आए, और दूसरे तरफ हमारी जो जीवन पद्धति है, उस जीवन पद्धति को सिर्फ प्रिजर्व की बात ना करें, उसको प्रोटेक्ट करने की बात करें। उसको किस तरीके से हम अपने जीवंत एलाइव रखें, ये हम सुनिश्चित करें। और उसमें हम लोगों ने एजुकेशन के माध्यम से अभी हिस्टोरिकल और हमारे जो जीवन के बहुत सारे ऐसे कल्चरल या ऐसे हिस्टोरिकल, जैसे अभी बताया कि स्वतंत्रता संग्रामी, फ्रीडम फाइटर म्यूज़ियम, इन सारे चीज़ों को हम न केवल अपने लिए, अपने को समझने के लिए, बल्कि दुनिया को देखने के लिए भी और अपने को समझने के लिए भी हम उसे करें। और देश में कई म्यूज़ियम बन रहा है। इस अवसर पर मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ कि अगर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट यहाँ से मुझे रिकमेंड करे तो मैं किस कैंपस के साथ मिल करके एक म्यूज़ियम वर्ल्ड ट्रेड कैसे बने, इसके लिए सोच सकता हूँ। स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को मैं कहूँगा कितना बढ़िया कैंपस है, दुनिया यहाँ आती है, देखती है। ये ऐसा धरती है जहाँ से जिसका जो हमारा राष्ट्रीय एम्बलम है, जो राष्ट्रीय अशोक चिन्ह, ये कलिंगा की धरती में सम्राट अशोक ने युद्ध विराम करके महात्मा बुद्ध के संदेश को दुनिया में पहुंचाया था। ये वो धरती है, ये वो धरती है प्रभु जगन्नाथ जी का, जिस धरती में प्रभु जगन्नाथ जी अभी पुरी में विराजे हैं, लेकिन नीलगिरी से कैसे आए हैं उसका हिस्ट्री भी ट्राइबल कैरेक्टर को डिफाइन करता है। जगन्नाथ जी पुरी में इस समय विराजमान है, जब नीलगिरी में थे तो दैतापति कैसे पूजा करते थे और हमारा हिस्ट्री कैसे जुड़ा हुआ है, ये भी मैं समझता हूँ कि एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का बड़ा सब्जेक्ट है। कई चीज़ें जुड़ी हुई है और मैं समझता हूँ कि इन सारी चीज़ों को प्रस्तुत करने के लिए प्रभु जगन्नाथ जी की धरती बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। और मैं स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से कहूँगा कि यहाँ पर वर्ल्ड क्लास म्यूज़ियम बनाने के लिए हमें प्रस्ताव भेजे। मंत्रालय के तरफ से मैं पूरी मदद करने के लिए तैयार हूँ। एक जिसकी चर्चा डॉक्टर अच्युत सामंत जी ने किया, एक हिस्टोरिकल म्यूज़ियम, एक लाइफ म्यूज़ियम यहाँ पर है, जो बच्चों के माध्यम से दिख रहा है कि हम किस तरीके से उभारने का काम कर रहे हैं। जो एक तरीके से ये कहा जाए कि मानव सभ्यता संस्कृति को नए तरीके से बच्चे खुद समझ करके दुनिया को समझे, इसका केंद्र ये किस कैंपस है। और यहाँ अपने पूर्वजों को भी देखे और अपना भविष्य को भी देखे, ऐसा सेंटर जरूर बनना चाहिए। मुझे खुशी है, बहुत सारी बातें कहने की है, लेकिन कई बार कुछ विषय बहुत निराशपूर्ण हो जाता है सुनते सुनते, और ख़ास करके पॉलिटिकल लोगों का भाषण सुनते सुनते तो और लोग परेशान हो जाते हैं। मैं कंक्लूड करने से पहले इस बात के साथ एक नया इतिहास को जोड़ने वाला, इसी संदर्भ में कि एक म्यूज़ियम वर्ल्ड क्लास यहाँ बने, उसके साथ साथ यहाँ बच्चे प्रभु जगन्नाथ जी के धरती से उभर करके दुनिया में पहुँचे। विश्व शांति का संदेश सम्राट अशोक ने इस धरती से कैसे युद्ध विराम करके दिया था, वो दुनिया को बताया कि वर्ल्ड पीस क्यों जरूरी है। और इसी धरती से उपज करके एक हम्बल फैमिली का एक लेडी कैसे प्रेसिडेंट बनती है इस देश में, दुनिया को बताए कि सच ए वंडरफुल कंट्री, 140 crores people selected one humble lady as a president from कलिंगा। इस धरती से कैसे चले। और इसके लिए मैं वर्तमान सरकार के लीडर हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी को आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूँ कि जिन्होंने इस तरह के सोच के साथ न केवल यहाँ की महिला को राष्ट्रपति बनने का मौका दिया मिला, बल्कि इस धरती का सम्मान बढ़ाया। भारत में ऐसी समृद्ध सभ्यता है दो तरीके से, एक इस धरती से वर्ल्ड पीस, तो जहाँ से सम्राट अशोक ने शासन को नई संस्कृति दी, वो दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा सबसे पुराना लोकतंत्र डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम, जिसको हम लिच्छवी गणतंत्र कहते हैं, लिच्छवी डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम कहते हैं। आज दुनिया में डेमोक्रेसी, इक्वल राइट्स की बहुत सारी बातें हम सब कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हमारा इतिहास इस बात को कहता है कि वर्ल्ड पीस का संदेश महात्मा बुद्ध अहिंसा के माध्यम से दुनिया को संदेश दिया। और मैं समझता हूँ कि हिस्टोरिकली अगर हम देखें तो पहला ऐसे पंथ प्रदर्शक थे जिन्होंने विश्व शांति के लिए संदेश देने का काम इस धरती से किया, और उस धरती का सम्मान बढ़ाते हुए सम्राट अशोक ने, जिसका अशोक चिन्ह हम आज सब लोग भारत के प्रति गर्व करते हुए पार्लियामेंट के गुंबद पे आप देखेंगे तो वो सम्राट अशोक के शासन के समय में जो चिन्ह था वो हमारा देश का आत्मीय चिन्ह है, भारत का चिन्ह है, और उसके माध्यम से हम अपने आप को गौरवान्वित महसूस करते हैं। आइए हम सब मिलकर के जो कार्य कल तक नहीं हुए, जाने अनजाने नहीं हुए, चाहे जो भी कारण नहीं हुए, दुनिया क्या संदेश लेगी ये अलग बात है। इस तरह की चर्चा से वो अपने अपने स्थानों पर कैसे लोग आगे देखेंगे, लेकिन इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के माध्यम से, इस कांग्रेस के माध्यम से हम ये संदेश लेकर के जाए कि भारत में वास्तविक रूप में जहाँ सोशल इक्वालिटी हो, जहाँ इकोनॉमिक इक्वालिटी हो, यानी हर तरह से जहाँ हर तबके का रिप्रेजेंटेशन हो, और एज ए ट्राइबल इस सभागार में जो भी है वो एक तरफ ये गर्व करें कि बीइंग ए ट्राइबल, और दूसरे तरफ इस संकल्प को ले कि जो हमारा स्वाभिमान है, हमारी संस्कृति है, उसको जिंदा रखते हुए दुनिया में हम अपने माध्यम से अपने को, अपने क्षमता को कैसे प्रस्तुत कर सकते हैं, अपनी एबिलिटी को, अपने कैपेबिलिटी को कैसे दुनिया के सामने दिखा सकते हैं। ये संकल्प एक अपॉर्चुनिटी किस के कैंपस में एज ए स्टूडेंट्स आपको मिल रहा है, तो वो अपॉर्चुनिटी को दुनिया के लिए आप एज ए ह्यूमन कैपिटल विथ ह्यूमनाइजेशन, दुनिया बहुत तेज़ी से बढ़ रही है, इसमें कोई दो मत नहीं है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं, सिविलाइजेशन बहुत तेज़ी से हो रहा है, लेकिन हमारा सिविलाइजेशन में ह्यूमनाइजेशन ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आज ट्राइबल में बहुत सारी चीज़ों की कमियां हैं, बहुत सारी चीज़ों के अभाव है, बहुत सारी चीज़ों की हमें जानकारी नहीं है, लेकिन इसके बावजूद हमारे जो स्ट्रेंथ है कि हमारा खुशी का तिजोरी कभी कम नहीं होता है, हमारा हैप्पीनेस इंडेक्स हमेशा ऊंचा रहता है, उसको बरकरार रखते हुए हम सब आने वाले दिनों में आगे बढ़ने का प्रयत्न करें और अपने अपॉर्चुनिटी को सही तरीके से कैसे दूसरों के लिए उपयोगी बना सके। मैं बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ इस आयोजन के लिए आयोजककर्ताओं को कि आप सब ने मिलकर के बहुत अच्छा यहाँ का इस कॉन्फ्रेंस को आयोजित किया और मुझे उम्मीद है कि इस तरह के आयोजन लगातार होते रहेंगे ऑलवेज। सो आई अपील टू ऑल those present here to not only study the tribal communities from the vantage point of our own understanding as a researcher, but to be present them as they would want to be represented and understand the tribes before preaching to them, to learn from them before teaching them. समझने से पहले उनको समझो, सिखाने से पहले सीखो। ट्राइबल को पढ़ाने से पहले उनको पढ़ो। Together with the tribal and non-tribal citizens of India and of the world need to work for the walk into world where diversities are respected, where the ideals of equality, liberty, and justice do not remain mere word but the lived experience of each one of us, our tribal brethren included. तो मैं इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ for this word, I thankful to all for give this opportunity to say few words. मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा कहा, few words नहीं है ये, पर अगली बार कहने के लिए कुछ अधूरे रह गए हैं। आने वाले दिनों में हमारी मुलाकात लगातार होते रहेगी। मैं फिर एक बार हमारे डॉक्टर अच्युत सामंता जी को, स्पेशली वाइस चांसलर दीपक जी को और किस फैमिली को और आए हुए डिस्टिंग्विश्ड गेस्ट को बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। और इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं अपने संक्षिप्त बातों को समाप्त करता हूं।
भारत सरकार के जनजातीय कार्य मंत्रालय के माननीय मंत्री श्री अर्जुन मुंडा जी को उनके प्रेरणादायक अभिभाषण से हमें अनुग्रहित करने के लिए हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करते हैं।
We express deep gratitude to Shri Arjun Munda ji, Honorable Minister of Tribal Affairs, Government of India, for his inspirational address. I now kindly
Now we kindly request Sir to please felicitate Professor Amreshwar Gala, UNESCO Chair on Inclusive Museums and Sustainable Heritage Development. We request Professor Charlotte Ann Roberts, Fellow of the British Academy. Next, we request Professor Anand Singh, Professor of Anthropology, University of KwaZulu-Natal. And Professor P.C. Joshi, Chairman NAC, WACNAC, World Anthropology Congress, and also former Vice Chancellor, University of Delhi. We kindly invite Professor Trilokinath Pandey, eminent veteran anthropologist from University of California, Santa Cruz. Professor Trilokinath Pandey is an eminent veteran anthropologist from University of California, Santa Cruz. And now we kindly invite some eminent anthropologists who are participating in this conference to be felicitated by Honorable Minister of Tribal Affairs, starting with Professor P.C. Joshi, University of Delhi. Professor Kamal K. Mishra, Professor Shalina Mehta, Professor Kamal K. Mishra from Utkal University of Culture, Professor Shalina Mehta from Punjab University. Next, we request Professor P. Venkat Rao from Hyderabad University. Professor Vijay S. Sahai. Professor P. Venkat Rao from Hyderabad University.
Professor Vijay S. Sahai, Allahabad University.
We also request Professor Bhagwan Roy from Ebrard. Professor Bhagwan Roy and Professor A.B. Ota, Senior Advisor UNICEF, and Professor Emeritus KISDU. Professor Bhagwan Roy from Ebrard. Professor A.B. Ota, Senior Advisor UNICEF, and Professor Emeritus KISDU. We also request the team to please bring the book written by Professor A.B. Ota on the dais for the book release function. And we also request Dr. Sunita Reddy to please join us on the dais. We request all the dignitaries on the dais to please join us for the book release. So the book titled Indigenous Knowledge Systems and Practices Among PVTGs in India, which is written by Professor A.B. Ota, and the co-editor is Dr. Sunita Reddy. All the esteemed dignitaries are releasing the book. This is the first book. So this is the first book in a series of 14 books titled Intangible and Tangible Tribal Cultural Heritage. So the first among 14 books in this series titled Indigenous Knowledge Systems and Practices Among PVTGs in India, written by Professor A.B. Ota and co-editor Dr. Sunita Reddy. Next, we invite on the dais Professor Sabita Acharya, Vice Chancellor, Utkal University. We invite Professor Sabita Acharya for her felicitation. She is the Vice Chancellor of Utkal University. Next, we also invite Professor Mitashri Mitra, Ravi Shankar University, Raipur. Next, we invite Professor S. Sumati Rajesh from University of Madras. Professor Mita Shri Mitra from Ravi Shankar University, Raipur. And next we have Professor Sumati Rajesh from University of Madras. Next we invite Professor Amrita Bagga from Pune University. Professor Amrita Bagga from Pune University. And next, we invite Professor Subhash R. Valimbe from Deccan College, Pune. Next, we invite Professor S.N. Rath, Sambalpur University. And now we have on the dais Professor Subhash R. Valimbe from Deccan College, Pune. Professor S.N. Rath from Sambalpur University.
Next, we invite Professor Kaushik Bose, Vidyasagar University. Professor S.N. Rath from Sambalpur University.
And now we have Professor Kaushik Bose from Vidyasagar University. Next, we invite Professor Anjali Kurane, Savitribai Phule University.
Professor Anjali Kurane, Savitribai Phule University.
Next, we invite Professor Nirmal Chandra Das from FM University. Professor Nirmal C. Das from FM University. Next, we invite Professor Vijay Prakash Sharma from Ranchi University. Professor Vijay Prakash Sharma, Ranchi University. Next, we invite Dr. Neeta Mawar from ICMR. Dr. Neeta Mawar from ICMR. Next, we invite Dr. Naresh Vaid from Vaid's ICS. Dr. Naresh Vaid from Vaid's ICS. Next, we request Professor K.K.N. Sharma from Sagar University. Professor K.K.N. Sharma from Sagar University. Next, we request Professor Itishri Padhi from BJB College. Professor Itishri Padhi. Professor Itishri Padhi from BJB College. Next, we request Professor Abhik Ghosh from Punjab University. Professor Abhik Ghosh from Punjab University.
Next, we invite Professor Geetika Ranjan from NEHU, Shillong.
And now we invite Professor Geetika Ranjan from NEHU Shillong. You all would be delighted to know that the welcome song was written in English by Professor Geetika Ranjan. So the welcome song titled "Oh Rise Up, We Anthropologists" was written by Professor Geetika Ranjan.
Next, we invite Professor Ranju Hasini Sahu, National Tribal University, Amarkantak. Professor Ranju Hasini Sahu, National Tribal University, Amarkantak.
Next, Professor Somnath Bhattacharjee, Nagaland University. Professor Somnath Bhattacharjee, Nagaland University. We also kindly request Professor Sunita Reddy from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Professor Rajesh Gautam from Hari Singh Gaud University. And next we request Professor Raja Chakraborty from Sidho Kano, Birsa University, Purulia. Professor Raja Chakraborty from Sidho Kano, Birsa University, Purulia. And next we request Dr. Maninder Kaur, Punjab University. Dr. Maninder Kaur from Punjab University. Next we request Dr. Prasanna Kumar Patra, Utkal University. Dr. Prasanna Kumar Patra, Utkal University. Next we request Dr. Nivedita Nath from Kalahandi University. Dr. Nivedita Nath from Kalahandi University. Next, we request Dr. Praveen Hugar from Apollo University. Order. Dr. Praveen Hugar from Apollo University. Next, Dr. Sushri Sangita Mohanty from KISS University. Dr. Sushri Sangita Mohanty from KISS University. Next, we request Dr. Piyush Ranjan Sahu, Anthropology Survey of India, Jagdalpur. Dr. Piyush Ranjan Sahu, Anthropology Survey of India, Jagdalpur. Next, we request Dr. Mithun Shikdar, Anthropology Survey of India, Mysore. Dr. Mithun Shikdar, Anthropology Survey of India, Mysore. Next, we request Professor Swapan Kumar Kole, Jagdalpur University. Professor Swapan Kumar Kole, Jagdalpur University. And next we request Dr. Chandana Sharma, Cotton University. Dr. Chandana Sharma, Cotton University. And now we request Professor S. Gregory from Kannur University. Professor S. Gregory from Kannur University. Kumar Behra, Case University. Kumar Behra, Case University.
Thank you, sir. I now kindly request Professor S. Gregory, Secretary General, UIAF, to propose a vote of thanks.
The World Anthropology Congress 2023 is nearing its conclusion after an eventful academic deliberations and cultural activities. Honorable Minister and all the dignitaries on and off the dais. This Congress became possible only because of Dr. Samantha, the founder of KISS and KIT Institutes, who is also a living message to all of us by his sheer commitment to the uplift of the downtrodden and the marginalized, and his art of giving, which had emanated from his own experience of what poverty really is. The very fact that you are open to the voice of the anthropology is evident enough of your commitment to evolving a most appropriate approach towards the indigenous people. Sir, you will be pleased to know that every delegate who has attended this Congress is going with a louder message that KISS is doing a yeoman service in empowering the indigenous communities and the children. They will definitely disseminate this message to the world. Dr. Samantha, we wish that KISS should develop the anthropology department here as an international institute of anthropological sciences, as a premier institute, as an institute of excellence, providing anthropological training, serving as an anthropological treasure knowledge, and as an anthropological institute for policy, translation, and public action, and cultural translation center. We would like to express our deep sense of gratitude to the Honorable Minister for Tribal Affairs, Sri Arjun Munda, for taking his time in your busy schedule to make it possible to attend this very important function and for making a very inspiring address. For your kind information, dear Minister, this World Anthropology Congress 2023 is organized in India, thanks to Dr. Samantha ji, after 45 years. A gathering of the anthropologists, anthropological fraternity, which was organized in 1978 under the presidency of renowned anthropologist Professor L.P. Vidyarthi and under the chairmanship of Professor A. Ayyappan, which was inaugurated by the then Prime Minister Morarji Desai. And we have your wonderful presence here for this Congress. So it is a historical event. Thank you very much. When anthropologists are committed to the cause of tribal affairs, which need to be taken due attention, their input to every other aspect of human concern is no less important. The Indian Science Congress, when it was organized, first organized in 1914, there were only 6 sections, and one of them was ethnography, which was anthropology in its field expression. And as we all know, the 22nd Indian Science Congress, held in 1938 in Calcutta, the theme of the Indian Science Congress was Anthropology in India. But in spite of all these facts, and anthropology being a people science, closer to, very proximal to people, anthropology is yet to realize its real potentiality in Indian soil. And therefore, I am sure that with your good office and the good office of Dr. Samantha, we will take anthropology to every area of human affairs, and it will be taught from school onwards till the highest education in India, and disseminate the anthropological knowledge, because anthropology is an attitude, anthropology is a perspective, anthropology is a way of life, and that should become part of people's life concerns. Once again, we express our gratitude to Dr. Samantha for whatever he has been to the promotion of the marginalized communities and to his interest in anthropology. I also would like to put on record our gratitude to all the dignitaries in the dais Professor Anand Singh, Professor Joshi, Professor Gala, Professor Roberts, for your inspiring address in this gathering. And we should also thank the inspiring leadership that we have heard from Professor Behra. He is the president of United Indian Anthropology Forum and the Vice Chancellor of Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, deemed university. He is holding this twin position, linking the United Indian Anthropology Forum with the Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, and he was behind the successful organization of this Congress. We should also thank the administrative unit of Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, particularly our registrar, Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences. They have been working tirelessly, 24/7, for making this Congress a great success. I think we have to give a big salute to this team who have made this Congress a grand success. Thanks to, again, Dr. Samandarji for providing all the infrastructure and space for making this Congress a grand success. I should also thank the co-organizers of this Congress, Delhi University. Our former Vice Chancellor, Professor Joshi ji, is here. Sambalpur University and Utkal University, Professor Sabida Acharya, she was here. In fact, she took the interest to have a part of the second day of the Congress to organize in Utkal University. We thank you very much for all these collaborating universities in this great endeavor. We should also thank to all the plenary speakers who had made this Congress a wonderful event by their presence. Professor Roberts is here, Professor Gala is here, and we have to also thank Professor Majumdar and who are going to give plenary lectures, Professor Shalwawal, Professor Stanley, and Professor Cameron. We should also thank the Chancellor of Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, who organized a wonderful plenary debate and panel here on an important topic, climate change and indigenous communities. We should also thank to all the brain behind whoever who has contributed to this lot. But last but not the least, the great many anthropologists representing every walk of life in India and every university and department of anthropology in India. The young minds, we have very veteran anthropologists like Professor S.N. Ratha and the senior anthropologists, the young anthropologists, research scholars, students, and the entire KISS and KIT community who is gathered here for their wonderful presence and wonderful support and assistance for making this Congress a wonderful Congress. We should also thank the senior UIAF functionaries, our Vice President, Professor Shalina Mehta, Professor A.B. Ota, Professor K.K. Misraji, and all these have contributed a lot to make this Congress a grand success. And once again, I would put on record the gratitude for every one of you. Without your presence, this Congress would have been a mere slogan. With your presence, with your interest to take part in this important Congress and make this Congress a historical event, your presence and your presentations, your deliberations, I have heard the feedback. Every one of you have said that these deliberations are wonderful and we have never experienced such a gathering in our life, and this is going to be a memorable event in your minds, and we will continue to be with the ideals that KISS represents, and we ensure our support from the United Indian Anthropology Forum for every initiative that you take. In fact, some of the initiatives that you have taken, like professors of practice, which are taken by the UGC, to implement throughout India, and the Tribal Advisory Council, and very many initiatives, and particularly under the leadership of Professor Behra after he took over the Vice Chancellorship. And the very fact that you are open to anthropological knowledge is evident enough that you are committed to the community's life, the marginal community's life. Thank you very much. Thank you. Standing ovation. I think we should give a standing ovation to Dr. Achyut Samant. Dr. Achyut Samanta. As pointed out by every senior anthropologist and others, this institute is going to be a premier institute for anthropology, and we are looking forward to your great initiatives to make this Kalinga Institute as a premier institute for anthropology internationally. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all.
Thank you, sir. We request everyone to please keep standing for the national anthem.
Thank you, everyone. We conclude the ceremony now.